now on Manika's album. I'll go bring it. ठीक है ठीक है.
न तातो न माता न बन्धुर्न ताता न पुत्रो न पुत्री न भृत्यो न भर्ता न जाया न वेद्या न वृत्तिर्ममैव कतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि कतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि भवद्भावपारे महादुःखभीरु पपार्था प्रकामे प्रलोभे प्रमथा कसंसारपाश प्रबधा सदाहम् गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका न जानामि ध्यानं न च ध्यानयोगम् न जानामि तन्त्रं न च स्तोत्रमन्त्रम् न जानामि पूजं न च न्यासयोगम् गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि न जानामि पुण्यं न जानामि तीर्थम् न जानामि मुक्तिं लयं वा कदाचित् न जानामि भक्तिं वृतं वापि माता गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि त्वमेका भवानि त्वमेका
Hello, everyone. A very, very hearty welcome to today's session. I believe it is session number 7 today. So, a very, very hearty welcome to all of you. Looking forward to being on this session with you today. I hope you all are doing really, really well. And wherever you are, whichever part of the world, if it is morning, evening, afternoon, we're sending you really, really lovely, heartfelt wishes. So, I am going to be the MC today, and I'm also doing the session on heart chakra today. Today is a very special session, which is significantly on the heart chakra. Now, given the messages that we had circulated on the WhatsApp group, the main advanced group, you would have known, you would have read a few messages about Navratri, right? So we thought, let us explain a little bit more about the significance of these days and also address a few questions that I had personally also received in some of the chats. So let us start with a bit of a story, all right? So God created this earth, right? And this earth, which is the only place where humans survive, at least that's the only place we know where humans survive. Now, culturally, there's a lot of events that have happened on this earth over time, right? And based on different incarnations, which we all will absolutely agree with, they have incarnated, hence we have the religions. So many different religions on this earth. We have Muslims, we have Christians, we have Hindus, we have Buddhists. So there's a huge diversity. Now, if we agree that these religions are there, then we have to agree that the incarnations also came on this earth. Because it's only after them and their teachings, the religions sort of came out. So a lot of these incarnations specifically took birth in India. But that is not to say that all the teachings are coming from India. Yes, there is a significant amount that does come from India because of the incarnations that actually took birth in India. Now, Shri Mataji, in one of many of her teachings, has told that the earth also has the chakras. Now, the energy centers that we have on our body, the 7 energy centers, they are also on the Mother Earth. So, the Mother Earth, the different energy centers are represented in different continents and different countries. Now, the reason why India became significant was because India represents the Kundalini of the world, the mother energy of the world, which is very significant. Every time we meditate so the Kundalini can sort of go up on the Sahasrara, right? It is a very significant energy. And that is represented in India on the Mother Earth. Hence, there are certain incarnations that took their birth in India. Having said that, the Sahasrara of the world, which is another very significant energy center because it is the integration that is on the head right here, is also in India. It is the Himalayas. So this is the knowledge that Shri Mataji gave, that the Kundalini of the world resides in India and the Sahasrara is the Himalayas, which is also situated in India. So some of these incarnations which took birth in India, you might feel that these festivals or occasions that we do celebrate, they are coming from India, but it does not mean that they are limited only to India. And having said so, let's just revise. It's not religious anymore. Okay. So let us look at it from a different perspective. Now, let us take off the glasses that we have always worn, because this is how we have been viewing our world, that we feel there are different countries, there are different cultures, there are different religions in the world. And those are the glasses we have always worn. Now, let's take them off for some time and let's wear fresh glasses. All right. Let's try to look at things from a fresh perspective. So this perspective is that throughout the world, different incarnations happened. Different deities took their place, they incarnated, and they gave these beautiful teachings. All these teachings happened so that we can ascend on different energy centers, because these incarnations or deities, they represented certain energy centers in our body. For example, Christ represented the Agya. For example, we have the 10 primordial masters in the void. We have Sri Ganesha on the Muladhar, or we have Sri Krishna on the Vishuddhi. So these are the different incarnations that came time and again to strengthen the qualities of those energy centers. Now, traditionally, the festivals that we have, which are related to those incarnations or deities, they become a very auspicious time to strengthen that particular energy center. So look at it in this way, that the celebrations, in essence, are an opportunity for you to really strengthen, because that time of the year when those celebrations are done, the energy builds up in a manner that they assist you. They assist you to strengthen that particular energy center. So these particular days, which we are celebrating right now, these are the 9 nights of Navratri. Now, Navratri is a Sanskrit word. Nav means 9 and Ratri means night. So the Navratri, which is the 9 nights, they signify a time when the goddess, Durga, as we call her, or Mahakali, there are so many names, she incarnated and she killed the demons, she killed the evil. So these 9 nights, they essentially signify the victory of good over evil. So this is the time when we can really strengthen the heart. So this time is the time to work on our heart chakra, which is right here. Now, when we are talking of Navratri and the victory of good over evil, what happens is that whenever evil is destroyed, a sense of security sets in, that comfort sets in. And because the goddess came, she came as a mother at that time. The goddess represents the motherly energy, which resides in the center heart right here. She is the one who gives you that sense of security. She's the one who helps the sternum bone, which is right here in the heart, to produce antibodies. And these antibodies then go all over your body, making sure your body is completely protected. So it makes sense that the heart is responsible for generating the antibodies, for giving you the strength, and for giving you the sense of security. And that comes from the center heart right here. Not the left, not the right, from the center, right here. Because oftentimes when we get scared, somebody scares you from behind, we feel the impact here. We feel it on our heart right here, right? And that is because the heart gets impacted with fear. Now, these 9 nights, which started a few days ago, I think they started on 7th of October, these 9 nights are really, really auspicious time to really work on your heart, to strengthen it from within. Now, in Sahaja Yoga, we have 3 hearts, not 1, 3 hearts. Now, I'm not talking about the organ that is right here and which is pulsating. I'm talking about the energy center, which is divided into the left heart, the right heart, and the center heart. All right. So the center heart is where you can say Sri Durga or Mahakali resides. She is the one who defeated all the evil. And like I explained, she's the one who protects us from within. She's the one who is responsible for producing all the antibodies. And she's the one who really goes around and defeats all these antibodies, defeats all the viruses, diseases, any kind of invasions that our body might have. So she gives you that sense of security. She protects you. She signifies the victory of good over evil. Now, having said that, as soon as the victory happens, let's say the good has been established. Now, it is very important that when the good is established, it has to sustain. Now, the only way it sustains is when the sustenance is necessary, the right heart comes into play. All right. So the right heart signifies the fatherly quality. It signifies the boundaries that we set so that the good can be sustained. Now, these you can call as good conditionings. These are the maryadas. Another Sanskrit word that we use is maryadas. These are the maryadas, or the boundaries that we set for good conduct, so that all that is good that we have sort of accumulated now with the victory of the good, it can be sustained. And these qualities come from the right heart. Now, it makes sense that when we have the 9 nights of Navratri, on the 10th day, there is another story where, again, we go back to the Indian festival called the Dussehra, where an evil king of Lanka was killed, another victory of good over evil, where Sri Rama killed him because he abducted his wife and also because he did a lot of evil. When he was killed and he returned, so when he was killed, that is the day we celebrate the Dussehra. Now, that is another very significant event that also means victory of good over evil. And then when he came back to his kingdom to finally rule as a king, he set those beautiful maryadas. He set that boundaries of good conduct so that all that was good could be sustained. And that is why those qualities reside in the right heart. So again, leading from Navratri to the Dussehra, and then Diwali, which was the homecoming of Sri Rama, when the true kingdom of good, all that was good, was established. These days really signify the strength of the heart, the good conduct, and the maryadas. So this is what we can learn from these. Now, when the victory of good happens over evil, and when the kingdom of good is established, it is very important that we don't get too attached to it, because in life, nothing is permanent. Now, let's say back in the days when Sri Rama had set the kingdom, which was really good, with time, deterioration did happen. And again, it was important because it was important for the evolution of humans. It was important for us to grow. It was important for humanity to go through that journey. Now, this is the point where we have to stay detached, where we have to go into that witness state and we have to stay detached. And that is when the left heart comes into play. The left heart gives you that detachment. And that detachment frees your attention. We've done a session on this before, where we have spoken specifically about attention and how when our attention is free, when our attention is detached, our attention can work miracles. Our attention can, when the moment you think about a person, you think about an event, things start working out because your attention is so free. It is not stuck in attachments. It is not stuck in material attachments. And it is not stuck in worldly attachments, and it is not stuck with your relations and emotions, right? So this is the beauty of heart, the center heart, the right heart, and the left heart. There are very beautiful qualities that manifest in this energy center. And out of all the energy centers, the moment we work on our heart and strengthen it from within, it becomes very easy to work on every other energy center. Another reason for that, very significant reason for that, is the heart is the seat or the place where the spirit resides. We all know in our own cultures, in our own religions, in our own dialects, we've all read about the spirit. It may be called Ruh, it may be called Atma, it may be called spirit. It may have different names, but we all know in essence what it is. Now, I thought we can also take this opportunity to understand a little bit more about the spirit, the Atma, which resides here. It is one of those things which is very hard to explain because we have not seen what it looks like. There is no physical description that we can give. There is no particular appearance that we can describe. Hence, it has been really vague. Although in essence, we might understand what spirit is, but let us understand in a very subtle manner what the spirit signifies and what its role is in our life and in our spiritual development. Now, the spirit enters your body as soon as the baby in the womb starts developing. So in around 6 or 7 weeks into pregnancy, when the doctors call you for a sonogram or a sonograph or whatever it is, they ultrasound, and then they tell you that the heartbeat is there. You can hear the heartbeat of the baby. Now, there's no science that can explain how that happens. I mean, there is science which can explain the process of how the sperm enters, the egg is fertilized, and the fetus is created. But there is no science in the world that can explain where did that heartbeat come from? Where did that life come from? So in essence, Shri Mataji explained that the Kundalini of the baby enters through the Sahasrara of the mother, through this area. Realized or not, doesn't matter, because every child has the Kundalini energy. So the Kundalini enters through the top of the head here and enters the womb. And that is how the fetus gets life. That is how the heartbeat can be heard at that time of the pregnancy. Now, when this happens, that is also when the spirit enters the fetus. Now, the spirit, which is here, is connected to the divine through the Kundalini when the baby is in the womb and when the baby is born. Which is why when a child is born, this area of the head, the fontanel bone, this is very, very soft, and it has to be really protected because the scalp here is very tender. And that is because this is where the Kundalini pierces through into the baby when the baby is in the womb. So that is how a child, which is completely innocent, is completely connected to the divine. Now, when the baby is born, slowly, as they become worldly wise, they lose their connection with the divine because they start learning and absorbing a lot from around. The ego develops, the superego develops, and then they get calcified. And when that calcification happens, the head becomes hard again. And then the process begins where our seeking starts. We go through our life, we go through huge number of events in our life. Some of the events are nice, some of the events are not so nice, some of the events may be traumatizing, some of the events may scar you for life. But the reason why that happens is, it's like a soft push that the divine keeps giving you, that you have to seek. You have to seek the true reason for your being. You have to ask that question, that why am I there? Because your spirit is desiring to connect with your Kundalini again. Your spirit is desiring to connect with the divine again, just as it was when it was a baby. Now, when we have gone through all those events in our life and we've become an adult and we've started with our seeking, now what happens? When we get our realization and we slowly start becoming self-aware, we ask our Kundalini, we put that desire, that Mother Kundalini, please awaken within me and please make your journey towards my Sahasrara. When the Kundalini, which is residing right here above the Muladhara, when it starts embarking on its journey one more time and starts moving towards the Sahasrara, as soon as it crosses the heart, the spirit awakens. The Atma, or the spirit inside us, it awakens. Now the Kundalini is going up from here and making its way towards the Sahasrara on the central channel. So is the spirit, because it desires to be connected to our Kundalini again. So when the Kundalini and the spirit combine at the Sahasrara, that is when the lotus of the Sahasrara blooms. That is when the spirit is enlightened right here on the top of our head, because that is the only place where it can be enlightened, when it comes in contact with the Kundalini, the true reason for the creation, true reason for us being on this earth. So let's understand it one more time. When we get our realization and we desire for the Kundalini to be awakened, because that is the only way it gets awakened, we have to desire for it to happen. That is why when we take the affirmation that I am the pure spirit and I am my own master, my own guru, and I desire for the pure knowledge, and I desire for my Kundalini to be awakened. I am not guilty no matter what happened. I forgive everybody. When we take these affirmations, and when we finally go on top of our head, we say, Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. Please awaken within me, and please embark on this journey so you can start your journey towards my Sahasrara. And when that happens, the spirit inside us, it makes its journey towards the Sahasrara as well. And here, when the two meet, the spirit gets enlightened. And that is when we become self-aware. Now, you would think, what is the significance of that happening? The significance of that happening is that you embark on a journey where you are so self-aware, where you are constantly trying to better yourself, where you can see your shortcomings, where your conscience becomes so strong, it guides you, it protects you, it tells you what to do, it tells you what not to do. It constantly gives you reminders that you can be better. It awakens the mother within you that gives you strength. It awakens the collectivity within you that takes away the guilt. It awakens the satisfaction within you, which takes away the greed and jealousy. It awakens the forgiveness within you, which takes away your ego. It does all these wonderful things time and again, every time you need it. It is sort of like having your personal protection activated. It's like having your personal friend, philosopher, guide within you. It is like having your guru within you. And all this is possible with your self-realization. All this is possible when your spirit is enlightened. Then you do not see the faults in people around you. You do not try to shift blame on people. You do not try to shift blame on circumstances. You do not live a life where you are dissatisfied. You do not live a life where you have regrets. You live a life which is fulfilled. You live a life which is joyous. You live a life that you deserve. You live a life where you smile. You live a life of complete fulfillment, where there is no regret, no sorrow, no enmity, no greed, no jealousy. And everything, every cell in your body gets enlightened. So, coming back to the heart, it is a very significant place because it is the space where the spirit resides. It is the reason why we are alive. Because when you put your hands on your heart, you can feel the heart beating right here. And this heart gives you all the courage in the world. This heart can take away so many of your problems if you strengthen it from within. You do not need any treatments. You do not need any kind of sympathy, empathy. You do not need any sahaj treatments. You do not need anything if you strengthen your heart from within. Because this Mahakali who resides in your heart in the center, she is so fearless. She is so powerful. She is always within you. And that is the only thing you have to remember, that she is sitting right here in the center of your heart. So every time you feel there is a fear coming in your life, every time you feel you are getting anxious, every time you feel you are getting anxiety, or you're getting stressed, or you're afraid of certain people or afraid of certain circumstances, take a deep breath and remember there is a force, a gale force residing right here in the center of your heart, who can give you strength like no one else. You just have to ask. You just have to pray. And you have to tell, it is here, right here in your heart. Now, when I've told you about the spirit getting one with the Kundalini, let us also try to understand that through a different analogy. Now, have you seen gas cookers at home? Now, this is another one of the analogies which is actually given by Shri Mataji, which we will also hear in the talk today. I just thought I'll take a quick minute to explain it once, so it sort of makes more sense. All right. So what happens is that, for example, you have a gas cooker and you turn the knob on, and the gas starts going in the pipe. And then as soon as we get ignition, it gets lit, right? You get fire. So think of it like the Kundalini is the gas that comes up, and the spirit is the ignition. It's the flame. So the moment they combine here at the Sahasrara, they get enlightened. There is light. And that is a very beautiful analogy that you can remember. This is what happens at the Sahasrara when we are enlightened. So on that note, without further ado, let's have a quick meditation on the heart. So let us sit comfortably. If we have our glasses on, we can take them off. And just keep your hands open in your lap for a couple of minutes. Let us raise a Kundalini. Can we reduce the volume for a little bit? Thank you. So again, let's raise a few strands of our Kundalini and bring them to our Sahasrara. Now the heart is connected to a lot of past memories. We all have certain memories, certain scars, certain events, certain people who have closed our heart time and again. We have had trouble to open our heart, to feel the love, because we feel we've been scarred because of certain memories, certain things that happened in our life. So let us begin by cutting this negativity from the source. Let us place our right hand on our forehead. Let us gently bend our head forward. And let us forgive everything that happened in our past. Let us forgive all the memories, all the events, all the scars. Mother, I forgive everyone so that I can be free from all these memories of the past. Mother, I forgive everyone. And I also forgive myself. No matter what has happened in the past, I cannot change it. So I forgive everyone. It is very important. We have to forgive. because today is the day when we have to find the courage, not the emotion in our heart. We have to move one step forward. So let us also take this opportunity to ask for forgiveness for our satisfaction. So let us place our right hand, palm stretched, on the back of our head. And then let us push our head back. Mother, please forgive me for any mistakes I may have done knowingly or unknowingly. Mother, please forgive me. Shri Mataji, please open my agya. We can also take this opportunity to move our right hand on the left side of our throat. So gently turn your head towards the right, and you can move your right hand in circular motions, clockwise. Shri Mataji, I am not guilty. I cannot change who I was, but you can make me a better person today. So please take off all these guilt burdens that I have been carrying. Let me remove all these baggages, this weight of guilt. And you can flick it away. I am not guilty. 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 Now, before we again come on the heart, let us remove one more obstacle. Mother, I am not jealous, and I am not greedy. So Shri Mataji, please remove all the dissatisfaction, all the negativity that attracts me to the material world and makes me think that I will get joy out of the material pursuits. It is false. So please remove all the dissatisfaction that leads to low self-esteem, low self-respect, that makes me feel I am less than others. The greed, the lack of giving, the miserness in us. All this is becoming an obstacle in my evolutionary paths. Please, Shri Mataji, remove all these obstacles. Now that we've done this, let us also take this opportunity to remove all the false knowledge. So let us move our right hand in clockwise circles on the Swadhisthana chakra on the right side. Shri Mataji, please remove all the impure knowledge, the impure thoughts, all the wrong things that I have learned that lead towards all these negativities like greed, anger, dissatisfaction, speaking rudely, ego. So Mother, please remove all the false ideas, false knowledge. Help me clean my slate. Now let us fold our hands and humbly pray to Sri Ganesha, the bestower of auspiciousness, for his permission so that the Kundalini within us is free to go towards the Sahasrara. Shri Ganesha, please allow our Mother Kundalini to embark on a journey towards our Sahasrara so it can be one with our spirit and our spirit can be enlightened. Now let us slowly raise our right hand and bring it towards the Sahasrara. So this movement is not just a hand movement. This is our pure desire for our Kundalini to go towards the Sahasrara. And as it embarks on this journey, it enlightens everything. Now that we have killed all these invisible tigers, these negativities like the guilt, like anger, ego, superego, dissatisfaction, false knowledge, lack of innocence. Now that we've gotten rid of all of them, let us now place our right hand on the center of our heart and pray, Shri Mataji, please come in my heart as Mahakali, as the force that protects me, and strengthen my heart from within. Mother, please strengthen my center heart. You are the courage within me, and you are the fearlessness within me. Now let us move our right hand on the right side of our heart. Mother, please strengthen my right heart so that it can sustain all the good within me. Enlighten the conscience within me so that it can always guide me with what is right and what is wrong.
Now let us bring our left hand on, sorry, our right hand on the left side of the heart. Let us pray for a free and detached attention. Shri Mataji, please give me detachment, which is the pure form of love. We can bring both our hands back in our lap. And let's continue to meditate with a little bit of music. And then we'll hear a talk by Shri Mataji.
But this is what auspiciousness is, that you feel it from your heart, which is awakened. The heart must be awakened. In the heart resides the spirit, which is not yet flowing in our consciousness, in our central nervous system. It resides there. The joy itself. I don't know if you have ever seen phosphorus taken out of the water and how it just gets ignited. It's like that inside the Maya, the illusion, that spark is sitting. And when this Kundalini rises and touches that spark, it starts emitting its joy. It's auspiciousness. Unless and until you have that within you, you cannot feel the auspiciousness of others. Take a coconut, for example. Put it the other way around, you won't get vibrations. If you put it this way, the coconut coming up, you'll get more vibrations. There are certain coconuts who give you very good vibrations, some give horrible ones. And you know, human beings also have coconuts. Some of the coconuts give such beautiful vibrations, and some of them do not. Some of them are tired. Some of them are nothing but like a balloon of Mr. Ego. Or some of them have nothing but superego in them. So this coconut is to be made auspicious. Now, how it is connected with spirit? That is a very important one. How our brain is connected with spirit. Whatever I am telling you, you need not believe me. But you will find it out for yourself that whatever I am saying is the truth. Your heart has the spirit, the light, and the heart has got 7 auras around it. And these 7 auras get enlightened by the spirit. But before that, it's a very instantaneous, or we can say a simultaneous happening. When the Kundalini rises, there are 7 centers also in our brain, in the sense there are the seats of the centers. These 7 centers are represented again on the seat. You know that very well. All the Sahaja Yogis know where they are. So when these centers are enlightened, the auras start shining in the heart. And this center is actually the center seat of the spirit. The spirit has moved from there and has gone to the heart. That's why in childhood you'll find there's a opening here. It's a very soft bone called as fontanelle bone. Talu is here. Because the spirit comes out from there and is settled on the heart. You know, spirit also come out in the night sometimes, goes around and sees. It's so. When these centers in our brain get enlightened by Kundalini, one by one, first they are enlightened here, then in the brain, then the auras in the heart start getting enlightened. Ultimately, when this center, which is the center of the heart here, Sahasrara, this point, when this one gets enlightened, then the spirit also gets enlightened fully. And then these auras become doubly shiny. then the auspiciousness is in many dimensions starts expressing itself. But to keep that light on, one has to keep the Kundalini over here. Then what happens? Then we are ruled by our heart's indication than by our brain. How? Because the heart has the spirit which emits vibration. It is not the brain. And you depend on your vibratory awareness after realization. The more you depend on your vibratory awareness, the more you use your heart, your spirit, not your brain. The more you use your brain, again you go down. Because it is taken over now by the spirit. For example, after realization, when you start thinking about it, people can think of anything. I can tell you, I've had such experiences that they would think that why Mataji is wearing a sari like this. Even to this extent, you see, they can do. But if you can just leave your heart to work it out and don't think, because you are in thoughtless awareness after realization. If you try to maintain that state, pay attention to your heart and let your spirit emit itself, so that it clears out completely the confusion of the brain and everything. Then you will be amazed that you cannot lose your vibrations. You cannot lose your realization. The simplest way is, we have found this, that after realization, if you go for 7 days treatment with soaking feet before my photograph, it works out. But immediately when I say my photograph finished, the ego comes up. Why her photograph? First thing comes up, who is she? I may be nothing. Alright, agreed, I'm nothing. But I have raised your Kundalini. I have given you realization. I must be something after all. So why worry? I am not taking away anything from you. Then you start establishing your auspiciousness, the sense of auspiciousness. Once you have established it, then you do not lose it very easily. You don't like then inauspicious things normally. If there's somebody inauspicious, you say, Mother, no, we can't do anything about this gentleman. All right. Afterwards, when you become very strong, you don't mind working on anyone whatsoever. But gradually you have to go up to it. I understand that. But I can't understand people using their rationality to understand Sahaja. How can you understand this great power with your limited rationality? I can explain to an ant about your politics, but I cannot tell you how this divine power works. One day he asked me, Jamel, numerically, to what extent it goes, to what dimension? And when I told him, he said it is incalculable. I said it is infinite. You cannot calculate. If you put two mirrors facing each other and put some object in between, you cannot calculate how many reflections you will get. Even that you see, but you cannot calculate. But here I am talking about something that does that, which creates this. You cannot calculate all the molecules and the atoms of one element. But I am talking about somebody who has created them and who in every molecule pulsates. How can you understand with this brain? You can only become one with it and enjoy yourself. Why worry? Why do you want to count the molecules? Why this madness? It would be like a madman going to the seashore to have a nice bath, starts counting the small little pebbles and the grains of the sand. Get in, enjoy. You become. This is Advaita, where you become one. All religions teach Advaita. Advaita means where there is not the other, Ananya. You become one with that. With the whole ocean you become one. A drop becomes the ocean. All the powers of the oceans are there for the drop. That's what it is. But there are some people who say we believe in Dvaita. No, why? We don't want to get lost. And you are not lost. You become the whole. But they want to keep their small limitations, you see. Now what is that small limitation they want to keep? It's called as Mr. E.G.O. Which is a myth. Which is a myth. It's such a big myth, is ego. Because what do you do, human beings? Let's see now. What do? You make a chair, alright. See, people are even proud if they can make a chair these days, because nobody can use their hands these days, you know that. It's everything done by machines. I don't know, they cannot create human beings, otherwise they may try that also. So what do? You create something dead out of dead. Everything is dead, whatever you have created is dead. Have you done any living work? So one lady got very angry with me. She said, yes, we have created a tube baby. I said, you have not created. It was all there, the life was there, you just brought it together and it worked out that way. It's nothing. It's just like egg being, what do you say that? Egg, they put it in the incubator. It is that simple thing. You have done nothing, you have put life into it. Have you? Let us confess it now. We cannot convert even one flower, transform one flower into a fruit. Let us admit it. So what is this ego then? I do this and I do this, I would like that and I would have this and I. Who is this Mr. I who cannot do one living thing? Just ask yourself. Very simple question. So, to reach a conclusion, it's a myth. We do not do anything. As at many times I have told you that some people going by train put all their luggage on their head. So they said, why are you carrying so much luggage on your head? They said, because we want to reduce the weight of the train. This ego is like that, sitting on your head. I do it. But by brainwashing you, I cannot reduce. How? The myth has to be broken. The myth breaks when Kundalini rises. Then how you talk is a very different language. It is not coming, it is not going, it is it. It becomes a third person. Then your power which is flowing through your hands, you see that going through your hand, which you are maneuvering. You don't say, I am giving you realization, you don't say. You just say, it is going, it is rising, it is not coming. Even if it is your son, you say, I cannot give now, what to do? Like a lady came with me to America once and she was very anxious that I must give realization to her son and all that. So I told her, look at this. Now you have come all the way, I know, for this purpose. But now if the Kundalini doesn't rise, do you want me to say that he's realized? No, Mataji, I know it doesn't rise. Then I said, you give him a realization. I cannot give him. Alright, you try. Said, but it doesn't rise. I said, then what to do? If the Kundalini is not coming up, what can we do about it? So, The Kundalini has to come spontaneously. It's a living process. But after realization, you start doing living things. You can raise the Kundalini. You can pulsate the Kundalini. I don't know about pulsation. So far I have not seen any Sahaja Yogi doing. But you can raise it all right. You can give realization. With my photograph it works better. You can give vibrations now to the plant, to the fruit, or to any flower like this. If it is done, it will come to life. If you give vibrations, say, to a field of or seeds of say wheat, they can be multiplied. They can be 10 times more than what they are. Now you have started giving vibrations to the trees, to people. You are doing the living work. Now you have become the ocean of life. So far you were not. Because the power of life is to give life has come in. Now you are living. Before this, you were dead. In the sense that you were worshipping a dead God called ego. Now it's a living God within you, is the spirit. Once you start accepting your spirit, all your priorities change just like that. Because spirit is joy and happiness. Spirit is everything. So you start losing all your interest into other things. This is what is when your auspiciousness is of the greatest height. That even your name can create something great. And photograph can do wonders. If you become auspiciousness, you are the holiest of the holy. For that, you have to get rid of some of the dirt and the dust. You have to get rid of some of the false notions we have and the myths of being. Some people have a myth that they are guilty, and some people, as I told you, have so many myths. But for giving up, this Kundalini works out. You allow her to work it out. That's all. It works. May God bless.
So let us have one more short meditation before we close the session. That was such a wonderful talk that we heard by Shri Mataji, and there is nothing more that I can say, but let us just have that pure desire with the possibility, when we imagine the possibility that every cell in our body can be enlightened, there is wisdom that can flow through us, which we had never imagined. And let us just have that pure desire for enlightenment, that pure desire today for our spirit to become one with our Kundalini. And for that, the Kundalini must rise, because that is the only place where it unites with the Kundalini and the spirit. So let us, with pure desire, curiosity, that childlike curiosity, that excitement, let us pray to our Mother Kundalini and to Shri Ganesha to allow our Kundalini to rise. And we can slowly bring our right hand on top of our head. Let us do this one more time. Let us raise our Kundalini and bring it on the top of our head. Now let us place our right hand on our spirit, which is on the left side. And let us, with full confidence, tell ourselves that I am a pure spirit. The Atma, the Ruh, the spirit. The spirit is immaculate because it is fire. It is so pure. So let us pray that our spirit gets enlightened so that it can enlighten every cell in our body. So that the spirit can remove all our ego, all our conditionings, all our doubts, so that it can remove all the negativities, and so that we can blossom to our true potential. I surrender to my spirit. I surrender to my spirit. I surrender all my worries to my spirit. I surrender to the Holy Ghost. I surrender to the Ruh and to the Atma. Right here, where we have the Sahasrara, exactly around it, there is a concentric circle on our head, which represents the heart. And this is where the spirit combines with the Kundalini, right here on the top of our head. And as Shri Mataji said, we have to keep meditating so that the Kundalini can stay here. So, on that note, it was a pleasure to have your company tonight. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for joining us, for being on this journey with us. And I have nothing but gratitude towards each and every one of you. So I bow down with full humility in front of all of you, because you are all seekers of truth. So let us finish by raising our Kundalini and putting ourselves into a bandhan. So I hope you enjoyed today's session. We'll leave the music on so that you can continue to be in meditation for a little while longer. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we will see you again on Wednesday. Until then, Jai Shri Mataji.
मनोभूद्यहङ्कार चेतानेनाहम् न चाश्रोत्रजीवे न चाघ्राणनेत्रे न चाव्योमभूमिन तेजो न वायो चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न चाप्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायो न वै सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशा न वा पाणिपादम् न चोपस्तपायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभमोहो मदो नैव मे नैव मात्सर्यम् चितानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं
Durga Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi Durga Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi महाकृपा से जाना है गुर को ही पाना है अपनी शुद्ध इच्छा को परम शक्ति में समाना है आत्मबोध अपना है अनुभव से जाना है आत्मबोध अपना है अनुभव से जाना है दुर्गा आदि शक्ति श्री माताजी स्थूल रूप में हम सूक्ष्म को पाए निर्विचार में समान होकर शून्य को पाना है आत्मा भोरे अपना है अनुभव से जाना है आत्मा भोरे अपना है अनुभव से जाना है दुर्गा आदि शक्ति श्री माता जी श्री माता जी निर्मला देवी दुर्गा आदि शक्ति श्री माता जी श्री माता जी निर्मला देवी दुर्गा आदि शक्ति श्री माता जी श्री माता जी निर्मला देवी श्री माता जी निर्मला देवी श्री माता जी निर्मला देवी श्री माता जी निर्मला देवी
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी सरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। बोलो श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।